Hi, guys.
Hello, I didn't say it in a weird accent this time.
You did not. Welcome. Welcome again. Hi. This is Behind the Archives.
Woo woo. If you see, we have a different background and a fun logo.
We do. We do.
Because this is officially a fucking segment.
Yay. It's very exciting.
So we decided we're gonna do one behind the archives each month.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's like a little peek see behind the curtains.
Yes. I don't know what a good it's like a therapy session. A
Yeah.
monthly therapy
Yeah, no,
session.
that perfectly explains it. And you guys are forced to fucking listen. So
Correct.
grab a drink, grab some snacks, and hang out
And
with
buckle
us.
in. So, do you want to explain what the general topic is this week?
Sure. So, seeing as we both have recently entered our 30s, yay!
Yay!
we're gonna discuss our qualms with the big three
30s.
zero and just like
Yes.
general stuff, because it's a huge fucking milestone.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is.
So yeah,
Um, and at the beginning, we're probably just gonna do like usual, just like a little like catching up about like what's been going on before we get into the topic. I'm specifically probably going to talk about what happened today, which which I just caused emotional damage to myself.
emotional damage.
Exactly. Do you want me to go first then?
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know if you live under a rock, but The Last of Us, the HBO Max TV show, I played the game back in like I want to say it was 2014. The last time I like played it at all was 2015. And like one of the best games that I've ever played. And I was very excited about the adaptation, and it is really not like failed at all.
No, it's really good.
Um,
I'm enjoying it.
it's really good. Um, like snaps, claps, all that good stuff. But my brother was like, "You have two episodes," because I only watched the first episode to catch up on. I was like, "Okay, well, I'm on TikTok. I'm aware of episode three. I'm not ready for this."
I wasn't fucking ready for it when I watched it because
No,
I didn't get the whole like I wouldn't really call them spoilers, but like the you know little
yeah,
snippets into it.
yeah. Um, I was crying like I can't even tell you how soon into that. Like I was crying. And then once you get towards like I don't want to do full on spoilers because it is relatively new.
It's just
But
this. There's a scene with strawberries. Let me just.
the strawberries got me. The piano, the
Mm.
like the piano scene was when I first started crying. And then like the end of their arc, if you will, I was full on sobbing.
It was cute, and like I hate it because I don't know where I saw it, but there were people like complaining about the episode being like quote unquote filler and like nothing to do with the story. Dude, do you know how upset I would be if they just skimmed past all of that and didn't explain like the heavily
Hmm.
guarded community or anything?
Exactly. And I'm also going to be that person. It's called The Last of Us, not The Last of Ellie and Joel.
True.
It's I think is doing an excellent job of actually world building where video games couldn't.
Exactly. Like That's what I was thinking too. Like I was discussing it with Mike. It's like there's a lot of things that like a book, right? Like you read a book and
Hmm.
it's full of details and like all this crazy shit. And then you
Yep.
watch the movie adaptation and it's like, oh, well, they skipped this scene and that scene.
Hmm.
Well, like they're fucking limited to what they can do, right?
Yep. Yep.
When you have a whole TV series dedicated to a video game that you could beat in like 32 hours, like, of course they're
Hmm.
gonna.
And I I'm a character development bitch. Like I love world building. I love developing characters. I love character arcs. So for me, even though we are zooming out, I would say, of Ellie and Joel, because yes, it is not as focused on them as the games, obviously. I'm enjoying learning more about this world.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So yeah, and yeah, and oddly enough, I'm gonna be real realistic. We're just gonna say there's a relationship between two, I would say like 40, maybe 50-year-old men. I would say they were like middle aged.
It's really sweet though. Cause like
It is.
okay, because like when I was watching it, when they're first introduced, I'm not gonna say the names, but when they first
Yeah.
introduced the outsider,
Hmm.
I was like, this man better not be playing with this bro's heart. Like I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna be pissed.
The I'm not a whore.
Yeah, like I thought he was gonna do some shady shit, steal some food, and like fucking deuce. But
Hmm.
no, it was really
No.
sweet. I love that. It's still like one of my favorite
Yeah.
fucking episodes of all time in like any fucking TV
It
series.
it really hit really hard and it actually will kind of go into some things actually in the actual topic we're going into, oddly enough. So I will get into that when we get there. But so that was my emotional state today. Um, I had to take a nap afterwards from crying so hard. So how have you been doing? Also, work has been shit, but that's nothing new.
I've been okay. So my office is doing the whole return to the office 3 days a fucking week, and I'm
Hmm.
dreading it because it's starting Monday, and I'm going in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because like, I don't. So Friday, Thursday, and Friday are like boring days. You know what I mean? Like I don't have like
Hmm.
as much going on,
Yeah.
and I feel like being stuck in an office where people are watching you 24/7 is not going to be fun.
No.
So I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like not looking fucking forward to it. I am. It's fucking Saturday night, well, Sunday morning now, but it's like
Right.
I'm just dreading it.
I get that. I
I
get
don't
that
want to fucking go
fully.
in.
I get that.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I
Yeah.
watched fucking Minions: Rise of Gru today.
And how was that?
You know, it was better than the horror film we were trying to watch, so I will
That
give it
that's
that.
that's good.
It was okay. It was kind of cute. Did you know? Actually, mind-boggling. Mike made a fucking like it's like a fucking epiphany happened while he was watching it.
Uh,
He's like, "What language are the minions speaking?" And then
oh.
one of them said, "Mi amor," and he's like, "Is that Spanish?" I was like, "Yeah." They speak like thinking he knew that, right? Because he's watched the
Right.
first one, and he's like, "Wait, so this
It's Spanish?
child is harboring illegal Mexicans?"
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah. He's like, oh my God, they're little beans. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's like it clicked in his head and it was funny.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's something else.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all that's going on. Not wanting to go into the office.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll move into the actual topic now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I this is actually supposed to be my golden birthday. My birthday is May 30th. It was my 30th birthday. Um was it a good start? I literally got COVID like 4 days into being 30. I had a friendship dissolve. Um
I
like
I feel like somebody gifted you Moldavite without knowing they
I
gifted you
feel like,
Moldavite.
yeah, I feel like someone snuck it into something. Yeah. Um like just a lot. And like I'm okay. Like I'm mentally ill, but like I'm okay. It's just been like a lot. And I'm now what, like 9 months? I got like wait, like yeah, I think roughly like what, 3, 4 months left until I'm 31. And I don't know. It doesn't feel different than 20s, but at the same time, there's a lot more external pressures that make it feel different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does.
Um, like I don't know how I want to like break into like the couple ideas I had about like 30s. Like I really genuinely don't know how to to like authentically just kind of generally slip them in. So if you wanna, I don't know what you want to say.
Oh my God, I'm choking now.
Oh my God.
Don't inhale too fucking hard, kids.
Don't die.
You know, I in words, why did my thought just like fucking escape me?
It
Jesus,
just
I'll
ran,
bet
ran
that.
away. It ran
I
away.
found my first gray hair,
She did.
and I had to send a picture because to Autumn because like,
Yeah.
excuse me, what? so
Yeah.
so I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself because I do dye my hair. Like my hair is blonde right now, but my natural hair color is fucking black as my soul.
Yes.
So
Uh-huh.
like I could easily just like be one of those people that just die over the grays, or I can embrace it and be a I'm assuming with the way my hair is going, and I found my first one and I found another one yesterday, I could be the 35-year-old crazy fucking batshit lady in Waterford and be the crazy witch lady with long silver hair throwing
The
cats
crazy
at
witch.
people. I don't know.
You don't know. Oh my God.
So that's
Um,
fun.
yeah. I and I know it's probably just like in my head. I guess appearance wise, it would be kind of a good um I feel like I'm finally sort of growing out of the baby face a little bit because like the people in my family on both sides are pretty young looking, like very well into like their 50s, 60s.
Mhm.
But I feel like either it's been like the years of absolute trauma catching up or like just nature finally taking over. But like I feel like I look a little bit more mature than I have in the past. Um, it's probably the freaking smile crying lines underneath my eyes, if I'm completely honest.
You got crow's feet started.
Yeah. Um, but I'm trying to think. I really had like this I had this like topic to talk about and I'm trying to figure. Okay. So, let's see if I can do this. So, we both in our 20s had like very big traumatic instances happen.
Oh yeah.
And we both to different extents got put into like caregiver roles.
Yep.
And I think a part of my 30s is sort of mourning how my 20s were very much like taken up by like trauma and caregiving and really not getting to like your 20s is like really when you're supposed to explore like what you want from life, who you are. And like I feel like I was constantly in a loop of like traumatic event, rebuilding, traumatic event, rebuilding, that I never actually considered anything
That
other than like, this is my role that I'm playing, and you play it until it runs out, if you will.
yeah, no, I definitely feel that cuz like when did what age did I move back? It was
Oh God.
2015. I want to say I was 23 when I moved back.
I want to say yes.
And then my dad moved in with us
Hmm.
cuz he started having seizures and shit. And then
Hmm.
my mom got diagnosed with cancer. And
Hmm.
then I got a house and my dad moved back in with us. So it's like, no, I completely get that because I didn't get the job I have now until I was 29. Like
Yeah.
cuz I went back to school and shit, but like I wish I would have gone to college like fresh out of fucking high school.
Yeah.
But like circumstances, like
Right.
we were kind of robbed of our 20s and
Yeah.
like forced to grow up super goddamn quick.
And like, I don't regret a single decision, or at least most decisions. Like, I'm glad I helped when I could. I'm
Yeah.
glad I was where I was at when I was at it. But like, literally my 21st birthday, 20 days for my 21st birthday was when my dad had his first heart attack. And then on my birthday, my technically step, but we don't count steps and halves in my family. It's just, whatever.
They
Um,
are.
my grandmother, technically, don't claim her, but anyway, she passed away on my birthday. Um, and then on New Year's Eve, 2013, my dad had his second heart attack, and it was bad. It was very traumatizing. It was bad. And then he also, I'm sorry, and before that, he also had gotten diagnosed with bladder cancer, which was simple. It was quick, easy, like no radiation or anything. They just went in and zip zip and it was all good. Twice. And the last time he had it taken care of was like May of 2017. And then in September of 2017 was when he got put on the heart monitor because they were checking for the condition that they ended up confirming he had. And then he passed away in October of 17. So that was that. And then from 15 through 17, my grandma was suffering with Alzheimer, dementia. I don't remember which one she officially had, and strokes. And we had to like put her in a home eventually. There was hospital visits, lots of like we tried to keep her at home as long as we could, and that was really difficult. I was living away from my home at the time, my hometown, my brother, my dad, and grandpa started his chemo journey in 2015. So like literally basically from 2013 on,
Honestly, yeah. Like
there's really been no break.
I feel like we've been linked through trauma because like that's exactly when it
Yeah.
started for me too. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
things are
And
finally like calming down, but
I don't know. I feel like it's not. It's just I've adjusted
there maybe.
for me at least.
Well, I mean, I still have my dad living with me, so
And I ended up moving 200 something miles to be closer to my grandfather.
yep.
So
So
also
yeah,
forgot the arson, but
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you can't forget the fucking arsenic. God, he's in jail still, right?
No, he's been free.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Ooh. After this, tell me his fucking name. I'm gonna hunt him down. I swear to God.
Well, I'm assuming it's okay to mention at least that there was an arson investigation because like it hasn't been investigated since I think 18, so or 19. So yeah, we haven't heard anything from the detective. So I'm assuming it's like a dead and gone cold case at this point.
That
So,
is absolutely fucking stupid.
but and then COVID happened and here we are. So like yeah, 20s have been rough, really rough. And I just feel like 30s need to be about like mourning the 20s that we lost. I'm talking for you now too, but um
Nah,
and just
I'm making my 30s my bitch.
I just it's kind of like my New Year's resolution. I just want to like enjoy things again.
Yeah, dude,
Like
honestly.
it's not even that I want to like, make 30s my bitch and like I just want to enjoy things again. Like that's really as simple as it is. And if you don't mind me getting a little into it again, because I feel like I've done all the talking.
Oh no, you're fine.
Like 2018 was obviously right after dad passed. And I always say it's so effed up in my head because it was one of the hardest years, obviously, but also the last time I really felt like I knew what I was doing because I feel like I had to reset like what my life looked like and re-examine what the future looked like. And it was like like a not a blank slate, but like almost like a new chapter. And then the end of 2018, 2019 just effed that all up. But like, yeah, like I feel like I'm constantly chasing what 2018 felt like a lot of the times because it's the last time I felt like
You were
things
doing
made
things.
sense.
Yeah. Dude, fuck 2018. Sorry, that year fucking sucked
Yeah,
dick.
yeah, I
My
know.
mom died in July. My grandpa died in fucking September. And then my cat died in October.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
know.
fuck 2018.
Yeah. It's just it see that's like the dichotomy that's funny because like 2017 was the year that really just
Yeah, mine was a little delayed.
pummeled the shit out of me. And yeah. So like, yeah, I feel like I just need to know or learn who and what I am outside of like trauma and caregiving and like yeah.
The other day, I was sitting in my office as I am now, looking around at my shit, right? And I'm
Hmm.
like, do I actually like this? Like, do I actually like Kirby? You know what I mean? Like, just like really
Yeah,
thinking everything I fucking like. Cause it's like, do I actually like it? Or is it just like,
nostalgia.
yeah, like the music I listen to, do I actually enjoy listening to it? Or
Right.
like,
And what was your conclusion?
yes,
You still do?
yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know
I
why I
have
have like a
that.
fucking little crisis.
No, because I've had that too. And I've not really explored it much here, but like I've been obsessed with Resident Evil since like 2010. And there are times when I sit and I'm like, do I really actually like Resident Evil anymore? Or is it just like so embedded in me that like I can't let it go?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, like I genuinely love ex
Yeah.
like especially the lore and the history and like I could go on for days about talking about like how something like that could happen theoretically in real life. Like it's not a phase.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like in our 30s we can like discover more things about us, like
Yes.
seeing as we didn't have a 20s. Really.
Right. and there's like a lot of people who are like on TikTok that I follow who are like I followed them during the pandemic when like making manga and anime content was like really cool, and like they're like discovering they don't really like it as much as they do. And like at first it really like took me aback because I'm like I could not imagine like losing such a huge part, of your identity, whether it be just online or actual identity. And that's the scary part sometimes because like I want to grow. I want to discover new things and I want to let go of things that don't serve me anymore. But like the idea of like one day waking up and realizing like what if I don't like X, Y, or Z anymore?
Dude, could you imagine if one day I woke up and I was like, fuck Muggles?
Nah.
I literally have a tattoo.
Right? Right. And I
Fuck
think
Square Enix.
right. See, and that's kind of like that's the scary part, but like that's the part that I think we can't shy away from is the uncomfortable. As much as like the 20s were very uncomfortable because of trauma, things we couldn't control,
Yeah.
I think the 30s has to be uncomfortable because of things we can control, as weird as that sounds. Because I hate being uncomfortable. Oh my God, do I hate being uncomfortable?
Dude, I'm gonna be so uncomfortable in this fucking office.
Yeah.
But like I have to do it. I guess yeah, like of pushing our boundaries and shit,
Yeah.
you know.
Like pushing but never shattering because some boundaries are good.
Yes. Some that you need,
And
some you need. Like I don't
yeah,
want people in my face.
yes,
Like
yes. Um, so like that's a big part. And then like do you have any like big parts?
um yeah, so I don't you want to get into this right now?
I don't care. Let's get
Okay.
into it.
So, the downside of being fucking 30. I
Yeah,
haven't had children. I
right.
am constantly being told I'm on a fucking timer now
Hmm.
because half my eggs are fucking dead apparently. As soon as you turn 30, it's like
Right.
it's getting pressured into like having kids. Like I do want kids and I'm not feel like I don't, you know what I mean? But like if I don't get
Right.
pregnant this year, next year, that's just another fucking 20% gone. You know what I mean? So it's like I
Yeah.
have to get out of that fucking mindset because there are women who get pregnant in their 50s and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'm like, well, I also don't want to be a 60 something year old when my
Yeah.
kid's 18. That's kind of weird. Um,
I get that. No, I get that.
but it's just like constantly having the pressure of
Hmm.
trying to get pregnant. When you're getting pregnant, you need to hurry up and get
Yeah.
pregnant. It's like
Yeah.
I'm fucking racing against a fucking Sonic. I swear to God.
Right. And like, not obviously, I have said many times, I have been single my entire life. So I don't really know per se the ins and outs is what I meant, Jesus, of relationships. But I feel like if you're so focused on like trying to conceive, it could have negative effects. And I don't think people pay attention to that. Like
Exactly.
outsiders don't pay attention to that.
And like I in like movies and stuff, right? And like TV
Yeah.
shows, when people are trying to get pregnant, like after they sit there with their legs up against the wall, like I'm not fucking doing that, okay?
Right. Yeah. You're
If
not
if one doesn't want to stick, I don't give a fuck. I'm not
right.
laying there for half an
Right.
hour.
No. No. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, like I always make sure, and like I don't care, I don't know if you care if I mention this. Like you took a test earlier this week.
Yeah.
And like I try so hard to make sure that I am never pressuring or putting like too much of any sort of expectations on it because like not only is it your kid, plain and simple, but I want to be a support system regardless of what the result is.
I very much appreciate that. Yeah, so I I had to take a test because I opened my fucking app and it said I was only a day late, okay? I should
Hmm.
have waited until I was like a couple days late, but I was like, fuck, okay, I might as well buy a test.
Hmm.
I started my period literally like 2 hours after I sent you that picture.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh, no wonder why it said negative.
right.
And
But like, yeah.
it's so fucking dumb. Like I was talking to my sister in law about it
Hmm.
because I think she can't have kids, but she hasn't told anybody.
Right.
Anyway, she was like telling me about like this fucking medicine that makes the sperm stick and like all this shit, and it's like I'm not doing any of that.
Right.
If it doesn't fucking happen naturally, you know what, fuck it. I'm fine with
Right.
not. I want kids, but like I'll just adopt 17,000 dogs and say they're my kids.
Right.
You
No, I
know.
get that. And I feel like that's a good way to think about it. Another like there's probably people who are like, well, X, Y, and Z about that. But like for me personally, and I think of it like this, yes, I am single, but there's there's obviously ways to get pregnant without a part like a relationship. There's ways.
Yeah, like I mean, we could get a surrogate. I could
Exactly.
I could adopt one of the many fucking children in the foster care. You know what I mean? Like there's
Right.
other, even if it isn't like biologically my kid, I
Right.
could adopt and I would still love the child, but like
Right.
there's other ways. It's just I think if I don't end up getting pregnant by like 33,
Yeah.
then I'll like talk to my
Consider.
consider adoption or like
Right.
surrogate or something else because I don't. It's
Right.
just the pressures of being 30 and not having children. You know?
Right. And I get that. And I think part of the problem is that like especially growing up, and I don't know if this is just like the weird circle of like influence I had, is like very much like if you don't want this, like whether it be like a marriage, a child, X, Y, or Z, with like your whole soul, like you can't imagine life without this, then you don't truly want it.
Exactly.
And I think that's so toxic because like I said in the first behind the episode the blah, 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 behind the archive episode, there are times when I think I would like to have kids, but that might be isn't good enough to try.
Exactly.
Like that like it's really hard to explain because I try to explain this to everybody and I can't. I'm a Gemini, I can't make decisions. Like I literally can't make decisions. Forget Gemini, it's probably something obviously something else, but I can't make a solid decision for the life of me. And right now, kids sound great. But even a year ago, I wasn't even thinking about ever having kids.
Like the idea of a kid sounds great until you have one. Like, how are you going to feel when you're pregnant?
Exactly.
Or like
Exactly.
after you're pregnant? Like, postpartum
Postpartum.
depression
Yeah.
fucking terrifies me.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't want to go through that.
Right. And like, I've actually had this conversation. Like, pregnancy itself scares me like the idea of my body changing without basically my consent except for the fact that I decided to make a decision terrifies me. It's like body horror to the max to me.
That part doesn't scare me. It's the whole giving birth. an after that scares
See,
me.
yes, birth also terrifies, but like the idea of like no. Ugh.
Of being a
Yeah.
host to a fucking alien?
Parasite? Yeah.
Yeah, like
A
I get
parasite you
you.
love, but like, ooh, yeah. So like, yeah, I always joke with my mom. It's like, yeah, I would probably love a kid as long as I didn't have to carry it.
That's completely fair.
But yeah. And I feel like I'm kind of, I guess, lucky, quote unquote, is I don't get a ton of that because I've been chronically single my entire life. There is no prospects. Like, nobody is out there being like, oh my God, like, when is she going to get married? When is she going to have... No one cares because they know I've been chronically single my entire life. So there isn't expectations, but at the same time, it kind of hurts.
That's yeah, that's fair. Like I the main I shouldn't say the main two people who are very much pressuring me is my grandmother and Mike's mom.
Right.
So like both like grandmothers. like
Right. If your mom was still here, do you think she would pressure
oh
you?
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's upsetting because that's like one of my biggest regrets is my mom just wanted a grandchild. Why couldn't I have gotten knocked up before she died? You know what I mean? Like
I get that.
why wasn't I
No,
in
I
the
get that.
right place
No,
to
I
have a
get
kid when
that.
she was alive? But like
Yeah, I get that. That's me with like all kinds of milestones with dad, because like he's not gonna walk me down the aisle if I ever get married.
yeah, it hurts, but at the same time, like
Yeah.
if my mom was alive, yeah, no. She was asking when fucking we first got married. And like I didn't want to be one of those army wives that like as soon as you got
Hmm.
into the military got knocked up. I didn't want to have an army kid.
Right.
Fuck moving with a baby, Jesus. No.
Right. And like you made like a decision that you knew fit what you wanted.
yeah.
And that's what's really important. Is because I'm not saying that you wouldn't have been a good parent when you were younger,
I wouldn't have been.
but I think we both had a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been because I was heavily drinking.
Yeah, that's true.
I was making
Yeah.
some questionable decisions regarding relationships.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been a good mom. I was smoking
Yeah.
fucking cigarettes constantly. Like I'm glad I'm doing it this way. Like I am now vaping, but I feel like this is
Yeah.
easier to give up than cigarettes.
Right. I think most people would agree with you there.
So like yeah, no. I I would not have been a good mom in my 20s.
Yeah. And I like, you know, it's just trying to live without regrets because, everyone says, no regrets. And
Oh, honey, I got a lot.
I have, I always say I've done nothing in my life. And I mean that. Like, I function on basically like the capitalist freaking clock. I work, I try to recover on my days off, eat, sleep, repeat. I like there was a brief time when I used to do things like hang out with friends and go to concerts and like had a social life and like that was great, but it didn't last. And I I'm always mourning. I feel like I've never stopped mourning just like all the losses. And I'm trying really hard not to get emotional. I'm really trying hard.
It's a
Um,
behind. You're fine. You can cry. No one. This is a judge-free zone.
it's just like I'm just constantly, that's what it is. I'm constantly mourning losses that I've never gotten to get over. And there's no time. Like, not to say time's running out. Like, this is not doom and gloom. 30 is not the end. It's not. But it's like, what if it takes 10 years? to like recover from my 20s. Then I'm 40. Then what? Like, that's the fear. That's
That
the fear.
then you're gonna be the smoking hot fucking Kruger going to fucking concerts and shit.
Yeah. Um, but no, it's actually this is The Last of Us, what kind of um because you're talking about the two, we're not going to name names, so it keeps
I know.
semi
Yeah.
spoiler free. Um, two middle-aged men who like fall in love in unusual circumstances. And I'm
It's
like,
very sweet and wholesome.
it's very sweet and very wholesome. And I'm just like, you know what? It's okay if that, minus the apocalypse, hopefully, um, if something along that kind of lines happens for me. Like, there is no timeline for anything.
No.
And I don't know, like that kind of came to mind where it's like, do I confess deep dark things? I don't know.
Do
It's
it.
not even dark. It's
No,
just
it's fine. Do it.
I've always said that the reason I've never like fallen in love or anything is
Hmm.
because I need a catastrophe to happen. Like you watch TV shows and movies and video games and people like fall in love, they find their family, like their found family trope is like one of my favorites, like under stressful circumstances. And I'm like, that's the only way that's ever going to happen for me because obviously just living my life like a normal human being doesn't work.
No, that's not true. You could meet like a fucking look. Monday when you go into work, fucking Prince Charming could fucking walk into your work.
I
You
can
never
assure you he
know.
is not. I live in the middle of hell, but
I mean, it could be a traveler.
a
You know what I mean? A
traveler, a tra
traveler.
a traveler.
But it can
But yeah,
happen.
like, and I, that's really embarrassing, but like, that's always been my thought process, even as a teenager, is like, oh, it's only gonna happen if something like I get caught in an earthquake and like someone saves me, or if, like the apocalypse starts. Like,
You know, it's really funny because I used to think that way too, but then I stopped actively looking for a partner, and then like
I'm
Mike fell
never
into my
looking
life.
though. I've never looked. And I don't know if that's the problem.
That might be.
I mean, I've been on like dating apps and like dating apps suck. Let me say, they
Yeah, they
suck.
do. And nobody uses dating apps for dating. They use it for hookups.
Exactly. And it's hard to meet anybody organically anymore.
Look, I didn't meet mine organically, alright? MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. Good days.
So he added me randomly, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
do I fucking know you? Like, who are you?"
Yeah.
And he explained to me that he wrote a script on his page, and it malfunctioned and added a bunch of people. So that was not organic at fucking all.
That's funny. I am going to confess that I think you remember this. I did not like Mike when you two
Dude,
first started dating.
everybody keeps saying, because, so I started hanging out with my cousin Jenny again. She also didn't like him when we first started dating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did not. I did not. And now he's
What,
like genuinely probably one of the coolest people I know.
what was your reason?
Honestly, I think this is like 19, what, 19 maybe year old me. I don't even know. It was when you
We
were still
started
coming out
we started
every
dating when I was
weekend.
17.
Okay, but this was like when we reconnected after a
Okay,
while.
yeah, so like 18, 19.
Yeah, and like you were coming over like most holidays
Yeah.
and like, and I just thought he was controlling. I don't think he actually was. I I, I just I don't know.
Yeah, no. No, Mike is like the most laid back, fucking least controlling fucking person ever.
I literally think it was just that I am a jealous bitch of everybody. And I did not like that he was taking time away from you.
That's what Jenny that was Jenny's excuse, like reason why she didn't like him was because he was
Yeah.
taking me away from her.
Which is like legitimately normal, guys. I am just like immature. Like
No,
genuinely.
no, you're not. It's fine because like I will admit when we first started dating, there was no fucking breaks. You know what I mean? Like he moved
Hmm.
in literally 6 months after we started, and we were always together and shit. So
Right.
like, it went from me always being available to me being like, oh, well, I gotta see what Mike's doing. You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
so I get that. I completely get that.
But like Mike, if you actually watch this, like you're one of the coolest dudes I know. Like we chill. I hope that you consider me a friend
He
because I
does.
do I consider you a buddy.
You know,
Um
he does. I can
um
confirm.
but like yeah, and I don't know like I think the other thing I had for like ideas, and there's one pinned, but I'm not looking up pins, like pinned messages right now, is so throughout most of my life, um, it was very much like I did not have a social life. Like until I made friends with like Amy and like the friend group we had in high school, I did not really hang out outside of like school.
Yeah.
It was very much me, my mom, my dad, and my little brother. So like growing up and even into my 20s, and through my 20s, I spent 90% of my time with them. And now, especially that it's just the three of us, we spend time apart a lot more. And it's been a really hard transition because like the actually Last of Us, I was waiting to watch it with my brother and he watched it with his friends that he made while since we moved here.
Oh no,
And I
that's
got
gotta hurt.
it did. And I explained to him that I was like really upset because like when we were playing the game, like I only played it when he was watching. I only played when he was there with me because he had played it first, obviously. And when I did and decided to do my own playthrough, I said, I'm only playing it if you're watching so you can help me out. So it kind of became our thing. And so when he watched it with his buddies, like I was really upset. And he was like, well, what was I supposed to tell my friends? No. And I was like, well, no, I don't want you to like, be like a little asshat, to your friends.
Right.
But it still hurt. And feelings aren't always rational.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like,
There's nothing worse than starting a show with somebody and then they watch like they progress without you. It hurts.
mhm,
It fucking hurts me too. Like
yeah,
it just sucks. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm upset that you're not watching, but like, I also like want you to be your own fucking person.
right. And it also has been like, and once again, Faith, my brother's girlfriend, she's lovely. Hi, Faith, if you listen. Um, um, since he's been dating, obviously he spends time with her and she's lovely. She's great, like really sweet. Like we're gonna be pen pals. Like we message pretty, not really regularly, but we message each other. Um, but like, time taken away is really hard. And growing up, neither one of us really dated. Like I've never dated. And when he did, it was mostly like, online.
Yeah.
So like learning kind of like with you and Mike, learning to share a loved one is really, really hard.
I think what it boils down to is you feel like everyone's moving and you're standing still.
Bingo bango. Um, not gonna okay, I'm gonna cry, but
No,
like
no,
this is who
no.
I am.
You feel like you're being left behind.
And
And
that's been a feeling since like high school.
I
Like
don't
it's
feel like anyone's
not something.
purposely like
No, No, I don't think so either. I don't think anyone's purposely like been like
Yeah, fuck
mentally
you, Autumn. Like,
let's mentally abuse Autumn. I don't think there's been
no, it's my favorite
um
pastime.
yes, exactly. That's why we're best friends. Um but no, and I think like that is hard, and what I need to do is learn, and I'm trying. I've really been trying, especially since we moved up here, like away from like all of our support systems. Like I moved away from you, and like it's been really hard. And I need to learn how to like enjoy my own company, which is so hard because I hate being alone. Like I abhor
Oh,
being alone.
see, we're complete opposites. I love being alone.
Yeah, like that's where we've always been opposites.
Yeah, like
I
I've always been a
I can't.
homebody.
And like it's not that it's like I could be at home all the time, but being home alone is the hard part. And I spend a lot of time home alone, and that's really hard. And like the first like 2018 after dad passed, I didn't have a job at the time,
Oh, so you were
and
home like constantly
all
alone.
the time. And I was used to having dad with me until about an hour before Cody got off work. So I usually only really had an hour alone a day.
Mm.
And then I went from having an hour alone to like hours alone. And it really messes with you if you're used to having, even if you're not actively talking to somebody, even if they're asleep, like having another body residing in the same space as you, it fills a space, you know?
Do you want to trade places? My dad's always here. you wanna
I'm aware.
you
I'm
wanna just
aware.
switch?
But I mean, mentally, yes, but like physically, I can't.
No,
But
I know. I
um, but yeah, so like I feel like I have a lot of, oh God, do not cry. I'm trying so hard, guys. You don't understand. I don't want to be known as the crying girl. And I feel like I take over during these episodes.
no, 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 no.
Um, but I feel like I have a lot of growing up to do, but it's not like immature growing up. That's not what I'm talking about.
You need to emotionally grow up.
Yeah.
It's different.
And yeah. Yeah. Because like I hold down a job. I don't drive, but like that's not a requirement for being an adult.
no.
Like I hold down a job. I do my job as well as I can. I pay bills. Pay taxes. I take care of my loved ones. I make sure my dogs don't, kill themselves somehow. Like, I do everything that an adult does, but mentally, I have a lot of space to grow.
I feel like I'm in the same boat as well, though.
Yeah.
So, like, you're definitely not fucking alone.
Yeah.
Plus, if you looked into my office right now, it's not what a fucking 30-year-old's office would look like.
My room looks like a tween girl's, so it's fine.
Same. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like that's like normal to feel like you need to emotionally grow, like
probably.
emotionally mature because fuck, you have people like my brother Shane who is 35 and he's still got a long way to fucking go, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's people are different, but I feel like a majority of people like feel like they need to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So like I think that's like where I'm at like a lot of the times is it is a feeling of everybody's going forward, and I'm still stuck in the same place, and I'm not sure what it is I'm not doing or what I'm doing wrong. And yeah, it's hard, but I'm trying to learn not to beat myself up over it. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like trying to think of what I was about to say.
It's okay.
I completely get you because like before I went back to school, right?
Hmm.
I was in the same fucking position. I was working a dead end fucking retail job,
Hmm.
busting my ass every fucking day just to be told like I'm doing something fucking wrong. Like go fuck yourself, Steve. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Right.
And I think it was just like something just fucking clicked, right?
Hmm.
Like I need to do this to get the fuck like to start moving on with my life.
Hmm.
Let me tell you, spending 11 grand on a fucking 6 months course was not.
Right.
It was fucking terrifying. But
Right.
I feel like you just need that moment. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That like the clicking fucking moment.
Yeah.
It just hasn't happened yet.
Right. And like, I don't know. Like, I know, oh God, don't say that word. Not after today's episode.
What word?
The purpose.
You can say
Like,
purpose.
no, because I'll cry. Like, I haven't found my purpose yet.
You will. Give it time. Look, you could be like, no offense, Jenny, if you're listening, you could be like my cousin Jenny. She has a bachelor's degree in history and why can't I remember the other word right now? It starts with the A.
Associates?
No,
Oh,
it's studying fucking human relationships and
oh, oh,
cultures.
oh, oh, anthropology.
Thank you. I don't know why I could not
I
fucking
love
think of that
anthropology.
word. Okay, she's got her bachelor's in history and anthropology, right?
Hmm.
Guess where she's working?
Harbor Freight.
Yeah, like she's exactly she's actually in my position that I was in, right? Like
Yeah,
you could think you found your purpose, waste a fuck ton of money
yeah,
to be where you're at. You know what I mean? And she's like,
yeah.
she is so picky about fucking jobs. I
Hmm.
have literally applied myself for her 30 jobs and she didn't want any of them.
Shit.
I got her an interview at my company, like a phone interview, like a pre one.
Hmm.
It did not go well
Oh dear.
because she doesn't have like a customer service voice
Hmm.
and doesn't understand that like you can't sound like you're totally not fucking amused by the conversation you're having and like you need to
Right.
put something into the conversation. Like I don't know if have you ever heard Jenny talk?
No.
Okay, well, she kind of talks like this, like she's like totally unamused by everything you're saying, right? And it's
Right.
just how she is. But you can't have that attitude and like when you're in a fucking pre-interview
Yeah.
for a position where you're constantly communicating with people.
Right.
So you got
Right.
time. You know you got time.
Yeah.
You are gonna find your purpose. At least you're not going 10 steps fucking back.
Yeah. Oh my God, that word though. Damn. Guys, just if you are not mentally well, just don't watch that show.
Don't watch any more behind the archives because we dig deep. Okay.
Also, just don't watch The Last of Us if you're not in a good headspace, because
Yeah.
oh
No.
boy.
Oh my god. They made me buy strawberries.
Oh my God,
they
I
look
want strawberries.
they look so fucking good.
I love strawberries. Strawberries are like my favorite fruit other than apples.
I agree. I love strawberries. I
I
think
love
they are my
strawberries.
favorite. I don't know. I like
Yeah.
blueberries too. God damn it. Now I want some fucking fruit.
But Yeah, I think like the only other thing that I kind of have is that I grew up with like a lot of traditions, like or even just routines. Like the holidays went a certain way. Um, breaks from school went a certain way. And as an adult, obviously, things don't go a
Yeah.
certain way. And it really, and not to get into astrology, but like we're gonna do an episode of the Nerdy Archives in a while about astrology.
I could totally open my planner and tell you exactly what weekend we are doing that.
Yes, she could.
I
And
don't believe it's until March though.
I believe it's March. I believe it's my Taurus moon that makes me feel this way. Traditions mean a lot to me. And not in the traditional like gross like how most people think of like, tradition. Mine is very much just based on like it's comfort. Like the idea of doing things a certain way brings comfort because that's how it was done when I was a kid.
Hmm.
Um, it's like comfort, security, stability, and I've not had a lot of that. And I think the problem is I need to make my own
Yeah.
traditions, and it's really hard because I also have to make it for myself and not others and expect others to go with it. And that's the hard part. Because like it's the camaraderie, it's the family aspect that's always been super important, but I feel
You don't
like
want to feel
it's
like you're
now
like forcing somebody to do it.
right. And so now it's about me making traditions that make me feel X, Y, or Z and not expecting or having expectations of others when it comes to those things, which is hard. It's really hard. But yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of how my
Like, do you
like
want an example
yeah.
of what I mean? Okay, so growing up, every like almost every Christmas Eve, we went to my dad's family's Christmas party,
Okay.
like clockwork. Eventually, once I had the choice, my parents let me choose not to associate with that side, so I didn't. And even though every Christmas party for the most part was super uncomfortable, it was a routine. And when I lost that, I never really found a way to replace it with anything. So now it really feels like, it was Christmas Eve doesn't feel the same, but at least I'm having Christmas with my family.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Christmas, because of work schedules, started getting pushed on to Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day. There was no waking up at 3 or 4 in the morning anymore. And so basically, like every holiday tradition got skewed to the point where nothing felt right anymore. And that's kind of what I'm trying to fix.
That makes sense. I hate holidays.
Yeah,
I have too much. I know it's like you're like going on about like family and
I
stuff, and I'm
know.
over here like I fucking hate it because it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
Like Thanksgiving, I have two fucking Thanksgivings I have to go to.
Mm-hmm.
I had to like be on a fucking crunch time. Let's go. And
Right.
like Christmas Eve, you think one of them would do Christmas on Christmas? No, they're both
No.
on Christmas fucking Eve.
Right.
Luckily, my dad's side of the family does theirs like super fucking early. But
Mm-hmm. And like a lot of it is family dynamics, which like you can't control. I can't control that. Like I've never been super close with my mom's side of the family, even though they're pretty decent. And I've never been close to my dad's side because they're not decent. Like that's not my fault.
yeah,
It's not really my parents' fault either. It's the family's fault.
it's not anyone's fault they're assholes,
Right.
but themselves.
So like I've never had like a ton of negative. connotations around things like holidays, which I know a lot of people do, and I try to be very respectful because like I've had friends who had like a lot of trauma around Christmas and like holidays. So like I try to be really respectful, but sometimes I do get in the mindset of like how can you not feel special? Like it's Christmas time.
Are
That's
you
the one
are you one of those people that as soon as Thanksgiving is over, you start listening to Christmas music?
yes. I've always been that kind of person. Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, you could be like my grandma and she watches Hallmark movies like year round.
I mean, not I used to when I lived with grandpa, but so like basically 30s is just, new traditions, like working on myself, trying to find not saying the word. Um,
Trying to find meaning.
yes. And I don't know. I know it can happen, but God, does it have to be so hard?
Mine is the gray hairs, getting pregnant, and dealing with my extreme social anxiety.
See, two peas in a pod, same, same. Existential crises.
Fucking being an adult and actually going into an office space to
Ugh.
work.
Ah, yeah, I need a job with actual structure is my freaking problem.
I mean, they could be dicks and just go like full force, full time,
That's true.
but they're not. They're doing 3 times. I hope. Is it bad of me? It is bad of me. Never mind. I was driving in my car yesterday with Mike coming back from Walmart from buying like lunch meat and stuff because I'm not spending a shit ton of
Yeah.
money in Birmingham for lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, COVID-3, let's go.
Jesus Christ.
I just don't want to go back to the office.
Oh my God.
I don't look. It's the waking up early for me and
Yeah.
having to like try to look presentable. I can't go into the
Yeah.
office like fucking messy ass hair wearing sweatpants. Like I actually have to make myself look presentable. So I have to wake up at 6:45 to start that goddamn process.
Okay. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm usually up during the work week at like what? Like 4 most mornings?
Yeah.
Send me a picture of your outfit for the day.
Okay.
It's
I like
like
that. Okay.
it's a routine.
You're,
And it's
you're
not going to make you look forward to it, but you have like a notification in your head of, "Oh, I need to do this."
That's fair. And I can ask you straight hair or curly hair.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See?
okay. You're just gonna be seeing a lot of fucking sweaters
That
because
is a-okay.
fuck winter. I have cuter outfits for summer.
I don't have cute outfits for any time of year, which is also probably something I need to work on. But that's oh, we don't want to get into body image talk. Like,
Yeah,
let's
no,
not.
no, no, no.
I had an not elderly, I'm not saying like 80s, but like middle-aged woman this week at work tell me I should get in shape now before I get old. And I was like, well, thank you, strange lady who I do not
Go
know.
fuck yourself.
Okay, and this is not healthy either. I understand this, but I kind of live in this like disassociative bubble of like not really thinking about what my body looks like. Like it's how I survive. And when people happen to mention said things like, "Oh, you're fat," as I do know this, even when I disassociate, I'm aware I'm fat. I take up space. I'm very well aware. I then have a mental health spiral about body image for at least a solid 2, 3 days.
Dude, same. I have extreme body dysmorphia.
I don't even know if it's dysmorphia for me.
Oh no, mine
I
is.
just I don't know what it is. Like it's probably just hatred.
I
Like you spend so much time of your hating your body that like yeah.
So like I wear nothing but like super baggy clothes, right? Like even the
Hmm.
sweaters I'm gonna be wearing to the office, they're like two sizes too big
Hmm.
because I feel comfortable because nobody can
Hmm.
see my form.
Hmm.
I think I told you about Mike's mom with the Sailor Moon crop top.
Yeah.
I don't wear crop tops. I will never wear fucking crop tops. No, thank you. Nobody is seeing my fucking stomach. But she's
Hmm.
like, you have a nice body. Like, bitch, no, I fucking don't. Like, I feel like when I look in the mirror, I'm like 7 sizes bigger than I am.
Right. I get that. That's definitely that's definitely dysmorphia.
So,
Um
like, mine's definitely body dysmorphia.
like
Like, I'm not the
I don't
skinniest thing ever, but like,
right. Yeah. And like I think mine is just like I'm painfully aware of my body is the problem. Is it's like I'm aware of my size. I'm aware of like all the lumps and bumps and oddly okay, little backstage behind the archives. I had surgery on my femur when I was 8 years old, which left me with a roughly probably 6-inch scar on the side of my leg. I'm very comfortable with this scar. I've had it longer than like anything else on my body, probably than my hair.
mm,
I have no problem showing off this scar. It is I'm proud of this scar, if anything, which is really weird. I didn't really do anything to earn it other than break my femur. Um, but recently, because this leg is a lot weaker than the other, it has poorer muscle tone. Always has, and there's not really much I can do about it at this point. Um, so it's much smaller than my other leg. And I'm like painfully aware of the difference between them now. And it's hard for me to like want to wear shorts or skirts or really even like I wear athletic pants for work. And it's like sometimes I'll catch my side profile in the mirror at the bathrooms and it's like, wow, it's really noticeable.
I
And
think you're
it's,
the only person noticing it, though.
oh no, I've had coworkers mention it.
Wow, okay, fuck them. What dicks?
I've also had customers mention it.
Oh my god, you live in the world of dicks. Wow, okay. Fuck people where you live. Jesus.
And like, yeah, I live in a land where like the whole like, oh sweetheart, like you should like lose a few is still considered like kind advice instead of like really rude, unnecessary comments.
Absolutely. Fuck your. Like, fuck where you live.
Yeah, but so like that's something I can't get over it. Like I feel like my body issues are too deeply
Rooted.
entrenched. Yeah, to like get over them, but I don't help myself either because I literally dress like a slob 90% of the time. So like I feel like I need to force myself to like dress nice once in a while.
See, like, people in the office, they'll wear, like, the girls, they'll, like, in the summer, they'll wear, like, skirts and, like, fucking high heels. I'm coming in with a fucking dress and combat boots.
Right.
Like, not even, like, a nice professional looking dress, just a fucking dress. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. A
Right.
fucking
And
cardigan
I think
halfway off my arm. Like, what up? I'm
right. I
here.
love that. I mean, I love that look obviously with my like my little avatar. I love the one shoulder thing. It's very cute to me. Um, but like I think that's kind of why I've been trying to pressure myself into cosplaying this year.
Mhm.
Like, I really have a goal of like pressuring myself to just go be uncomfortable, but for something that I've wanted to do since I was like 13.
I will make you a deal right now because I'm also very uncomfortable cosplaying. We'll do
Okay.
it. We'll do it fucking together.
Okay.
Like I have bazillion fucking wigs, right? Like I have a
You do.
Shiro cosplay that I've only worn once. Like I just don't feel fucking comfortable doing it. But dead
Hmm.
ass, I will do it with you.
Okay.
And to hold us to
Also,
that, is it
your mic is a
fuck?
little.
Hold on.
I was trying to stop before you got into the good conversation because
No, stop Discord. Does it sound okay now?
it sounds better now. Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. This mic fucking sucks. I need another one. Or the interface. I
It
don't know
was
what
it
one
was
it
a
is.
it was a tech nightmare to get this started today.
Yeah, it took a whole hour.
It was rough.
Yeah. Um, to hold us to that, let's say the fifth. I say
Yeah,
that
fifth.
by let's see, when is let's do by
Oh
August
dear.
19th.
Okay, that's lots of time. Okay.
Yes, by August 19th, and I'm literally gonna write this down. We
Okay.
have to send each other photos and we also have to record TikToks of us
Okay.
in fucking cosplay. Doesn't matter what
Okay.
character, and we have to show it on this podcast.
You know what? Fine.
Sound like a fucking deal?
I, it sounds like a deal.
We gotta push each other. And like I'm also in
Yes.
that same boat where I don't feel fucking comfortable doing it. But fuck it, let's do it.
Okay.
Now I
I'm
gotta think of
scared
a
now.
character.
I I have a half a dozen I want to do, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out.
I could just be like, ha, Shiro, but like I want something
You're
else.
you're like, that's not challenging at all.
Yeah, I already have that. Plus the uniform, like she's technically a child. So like the
Yeah.
uniform top hides my boobs very nicely. So like it's just like it doesn't like
Right.
show off anything and I want to do something fucking crazy.
I will say that I forgot what my train of thought is. Never mind. It went by. It went
It
hello and
went
goodbye.
goodbye.
Shit, it was irrelevant. It was relevant to what we were saying.
God, am I
Um
not doing a fucking Kaine outfit? Fuck that. That's too out of my comfort zone.
Well, do you remember that song I sent you earlier this week?
Yeah.
The toga inspired one?
Yes. Oh my god, yes, do toga.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen first. Although freaking all of a sudden Rize is showing up on my For You page 1,000 times over, and I'm like, no,
No, you can't do Rize.
I
I
can't.
feel
But
like
like,
Rize is too safe.
oh, Rize's safe.
At least her and her when you
Her
first
her
meet her.
not, yeah.
When you first meet her, it's too safe. Wait, what version? I've only watched.
It's just the it's like her ghouled out is all.
Oh yeah, no, fuck
Like
that one. Jesus, no.
red eyes and all. Yeah. Like over red with the black, black irises.
Yeah, no.
I would need like the sclera, and I can't do
Contacts. Yeah,
contacts.
no,
I
me
can't do
neither.
contacts. So
Okay, that's a plan. August 19th.
by August 19th.
By August
Ah.
19th. That's a couple
Scream
months out.
screams into the void. Oh my God.
We both want to do it. Let's do it. I mean, I could be
Yeah.
rude and be like, let's go to fucking a con.
Ugh. I wish, honestly, though. We were supposed to. We were supposed to go to YumaCon in 2019.
Yeah, that didn't.
That didn't happen.
No. No, it did
No, it did not happen. No. That was a dream. It did not happen.
not.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like
We just gotta
we
push
want
our
to,
boundaries.
yeah, we want to grow. I don't want to be uncomfortable all the time, but
No, not
like,
all the time, but
yeah, I feel, I don't know. I feel hopeful that 30s can be something at least memorable in a good way.
I agree. Like I said, I'm making 30s my bitch.
Yeah, she's making it her bitch. I'm just trying to survive, but also maybe thrive a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
Cody wants a Last of Us tattoo now, and I'm just like,
Oh, what is he thinking?
he's not thinking. He's just like, I need one, and I was like, okay, well, I was I had one
I
like
want another
planned out.
another tattoo so bad.
I need to get the first one over with and just
I want either my puppy cat or my Kirby.
either would be cute. And every
Yeah.
time we say Kirby, I only know Yoshi sounds, so I'm always like Yoshi in my head. Yoshi!
No, Kirby's like, hey, hey, like,
Yeah.
hi.
Hi.
Fucking, I love
Yeah,
Kirby.
I know you do. What's the little red shit that looks like Kirby but red?
His friend?
Yeah.
Why did I almost say king? That's the fucking king. Hold on. I want to confirm that I'm correct before I speak out loud because I'm not one to make myself. Hold on.
You're fine. Should I say what the next episode, what we're thinking is?
Sure.
Like final thoughts anyways? Okay, so while
Waddle
she is
Dee.
Waddle Dee. Okay.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. Okay,
No,
continue.
you're okay. Um, do you think we're done with 30s?
Yeah, yeah, we can be. I think we said what we
Uh,
needed to say.
I was gonna say I feel like I talked way too much, but
No.
um, so next episode will be our Valentine's special, where we're going to talk about basically maybe not our favorite OP, but OTP, but like one of our favorite OTPs and one of our favorite bro TPs
Yep.
and like moments that are special, moments that made us either ship them or convince us that they could not ever separate from one another. Um, and this is very tentative. It depends on if I get a script done. We might introduce a new game segment, two tropes and a lie. Um,
If we do that,
which,
I'm literally gonna have to write down shit because
well, if you're going with the one couple I know you're going with,
yeah.
I would just need the bro TP, and then I can get what I need from that.
Okay.
Literally, like pretty simply.
Okay. Okay.
So like won't be that bad. And
Cause
then what else is on the roster for February?
hold on. Let me. I'm gonna look weird for a second. Let me get my handy
We
dandy
are so proud of ourselves.
planner.
We took the time to schedule out at
Yes.
least 3 months in
So
advance.
after Valentine's Day, it is where we talk about TV shows.
Yes.
And then on the 25th, it is the horror games that we are excited about that are coming out for March.
Yes.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna keep going. Uh,
Yes.
March 4th is where we're gonna discuss cosplays, which is ironic.
Which is hilarious.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what the topic exactly is. Is it gonna be us just talking about cosplay? I don't know. We'll fucking find out.
We'll figure it out.
Um, and then the 11th of March is where we discuss podcasts. Ironically,
Mhm.
because we are a podcast and we're going to talk about our favorite podcasts.
It's podcastception.
The 18th is myths and legends.
Myths and legends.
Myths. I don't know why I had a very intense lisp there for a second.
Yeah.
And then the 25th of March is going to be the behind our next behind the archives, and we're going to talk about just our horror stories, shit that's happened to us. That's embarrassing.
Yes. Yes. Or traumatizing, but
Or
not in the
yeah,
usual way.
whatever. And then we have until April planned out. So April
Hmm.
1st, we're not doing it April Fools.
Promise.
I swear. We're gonna it's TikTok where we have to expose our For You page and try to
I personally
explain why it's there.
I personally think saved might be fun too. I don't know if you save
I
things
save
into
I save so much. Well, I like a bunch of stuff. I don't save
oh, I have collections.
things. um
But yes, TikTok.
and then the 8th of April is going to be a behind, but it's TBD. We don't have a topic yet.
Correct.
The 15th of April is going to be our astrology episode.
Yes.
And then the 22nd is going to be Anime Smash or Pass. And we don't have anything for the 29th because I'm dumb and didn't realize there was 5
5.
weekends.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
okay. That's okay. Um, so yeah, I honestly think that this is a good start to the whole 30s thing is I've wanted to have a podcast for forever. And we've made the commitment to do our best to stay consistent and plot it out. And I don't know. I feel very proud.
Yeah, I'm definitely being more organized about it. Like, instead of
Hmm.
just like winging it, we're like
Yes.
planning out things. I bought a calendar. Like, I didn't buy the planner just for this. Like, I bought it for work, but I'm using it also for this. So
Right.
it holds us accountable. You know.
Yes. And I think it not only gives like me something to look forward to
Oh no, it gives
after a
me
very
something to
long
look forward
week
to too.
is it's not to get so sentimental, but like it's strengthening our friendship.
Oh no, absolutely.
Um, because we've explained that we've gone through like a lot of ups and downs and like I don't know, like I don't think it needed repaired, but it's kind of nice to have consistency
Agreed.
because we've both been very flaky in the past.
Oh yeah, me especially. No, like I will take full accountability for that.
Like I've told Dumpling before, I'm like, we both are like biscuits. We're very flaky. We're trying to be better. We're trying to
Yeah,
be buttermilk biscuits, not flaky layers.
we're trying to we're redoing our recipe, if you
Yeah,
will.
we're gonna be denser.
Less flakage, if you.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, so it's kind of just good all the way around. Um, I'm kind of like, let me look at my phone real fast. I've managed to not look at my phone but like 2 times.
I'm proud
So
of
I
you.
don't do the full derpy look all episode. Calendar.
I wish I could throw my phone away.
What song is that? Is that Part of Me, Katy Perry? I just wanna throw my phone away.
Maybe
Is that Part of Me?
I think so. I don't.
I posted a selfie with those lyrics once.
I literally just want to throw it away. Just burn it. Get rid of
My
it.
birthday is on a Tuesday this year.
Mine is also on a Tuesday this year.
That's so freaking weird. What the
I know.
frick?
Guess
I
what?
never
Mike's is
realized that.
also on a Tuesday this year.
Wow, we're the Tuesday gang. Um, we're the Tuesday gang. Oh, I think I've already told you, but maybe not. I might have told Dumpling and forgot to told. No, it was during. Okay, it was during the episode. We're hoping to do a like get together at the zoo
Yes, yes.
for my birthday, the Detroit Zoo, which is not in Detroit, guys. If you don't are not from Michigan, is not in
No,
Detroit.
there's not just a fucking zoo in the middle of Detroit.
There is not. It's in Metro Detroit. It's in Oakland County, actually.
Yeah.
It's not even in Wayne. Um, Anyways, um, but yeah, I'm very hopeful to have. I have not been to the zoo since 2018.
I
So
can't even tell you when the last time I've been to a zoo, or that zoo in particular was.
yeah, you're Mike again, by the way.
God, fuck you.
I'm always the bearer of bad news. It's my job.
Okay, Discord, really, every fucking time. You gotta do this every fucking time. Thank you. No, I appreciate you telling me when it happens, because I can't hear it.
No.
What?
A surprise. The Last of Us episode 3 is being review bombed. You're
I
what the
told
frick?
you!
I know, but like
Everybody's fucking hating on it, and I'm so terrified that they're gonna do what
here's
they did to fucking Cowboy
mm,
Bebop.
I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. If you are a grown adult and cannot stand two men in a relationship, you have way more issues than the people who have no problem with it in your head.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know how you could not watch that and be like, that is some of the most wholesome, cute ass shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's dumb. People are dumb because they want it to be a one on one thing. It's not gonna be a fucking one on one thing.
Yeah. I, mm, it makes me so embarrassed to be like a fan
I agree.
of things,
I
of things
definitely
in
agree.
general.
Because the
Like, do
fan
we forget
bases are
that
the
Ellie isn't straight? Do
apparently.
we just ignore that?
Do we ignore that the first fucking scene in the show isn't in, like, the first half of it isn't in Joel's fucking perspective? It's in his daughter's
Hmm.
perspective. That wasn't what it was in the game. Like, I hate people.
Yeah.
I hate people because of the fucking fan bases.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and I'm just gonna firmly say it, like The Last of Us TV show has done nothing but improve upon the source material.
I agree. I definitely
And
fucking
it's
agree.
also made me want to replay it, which I haven't had a thought of replaying it since 2015.
I've never played it and it's making me want to play it.
It's like so good,
People are
but
just fucking
also
dumb.
so frustrating. If you want, I wish I could stream like just to one person. That's so frustrating to me.
Yeah, you would have to get a capture. Well, didn't I get you a capture card?
Nope. Nope, you got me memory deck
Oh, that's
thing.
right. That's right. I got you the
Yeah.
external hard drive.
I mean, screw it. No one watches it anyway, so it would just be
It
you
would be,
watching
yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, no, if you
I
yeah, if you want to replay it, I'll watch you play it.
I'll probably do a replay because I need to play the second one. I've not played part two, and Cody gives me so much shit about it.
Yeah, I'll fucking definitely watch both.
Yeah, but that's my plan. I keep telling Cody like I remember vaguely events, but like it's been
Right?
so long.
Yeah, I've never.
But yeah, yeah. So, um, I
Well,
guess
hey,
this will be us kind of.
listeners. Actually, shush for 1 second. I'm
Oh,
gonna shout you out. Hey,
okay.
guys, check out her Twitch when she streams Last of Us.
Oh, Jesus.
I always put our socials in the description, so it's normally just our Twitches. So just like go subscribe, go follow,
Yeah. Yeah, I can't promise any regularity,
check
but
check out
or
her stream.
consistency, but
Okay. Anyway,
but
sorry. Proceed.
I was just gonna say, we're probably gonna be wrapping this up. I just want to say that I'm gonna reiterate. Anyways, The Last of Us TV show is a masterpiece.
Agreed.
Um, Ellie is not straight, in case you forgot. Um, um, 30s are not a death sentence.
Your night
It's
life's not
really
almost
just the
fucking
beginning.
over. Yeah.
Um, We promise to get mental health help at some point.
Look, I don't like people. I don't want to go into a place, and BetterHelp is too expensive.
I I agree with both of those things, but like I feel like maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah.
If we need to do group therapy, just like find somebody who will take the two of us.
We need to be medicated.
Probably. But yeah, so thanks for listening, guys. This was Behind the Archive. Um, I'm Firefly, aka Autumn,
I'm Moxie, aka Amy, and we will see you guys in the
and
next episode.
yep, be safe out there. It's a crazy world out there, guys.
Leave
Bye.
leave the gay men alone.
Right?
Okay,
Bye.
bye.